So the birdhouse, like most other timepieces in here, apart from maybe lava cake, is a fairly long and tedious process to go through all the different places. But also like lava cake, it's completely zero A-press, even if you take into consideration that we need to do stuff with horns first. Like even if you take that into consideration, this is still zero A-press. Even with pressing all the horns that we need to or blow all the horns that we need to blow, this is still zero A-press. First we need to get over to the thing. I thought we could have done that jump. Sorry, it was my mistake. That's okay. Getting around this part over here, this initial island, can be a bit funky sometimes, but for the most part not too bad. There we go. This is the way that leads to the birdhouse, as that child just told me. Whatever they are. Not the big ones are goats, but I don't know what these are. So we should be very careful, as always, not to accidentally hit the lines. Good. Okay, if we don't make this, is no problem. Good. No bunk badge helps a lot there. Now I'm gonna go the right way first, because when you do this the first time, you're not gonna be able to go the left way, which leads to the birdhouse, and instead you have to come over here and blow a horn. So I'm gonna come over here and act like I don't have the horn blown, and I'm gonna show you that you can do all the horns as well in zero A-presses. Because we can do the entire thing in zero A-presses, not just the birdhouse itself. To make sure to not hit the ledge or the ground, so he does a wall run, because if she does a wall run, we can do it. Now this is very weird, because we have to kind of do this, land on top of this. Nice. Whenever I find out that stuff like that works, I'm like, oh my god, I just totally broke everything, like I totally broke the stage with the way everything is supposed to work. Which is a cool feeling. It's a cool feeling when you see a place like that where it's like, oh, you need to do a wall run and then a wall jump to continue. And you feel like, huh, how do I do that without pressing the A button? And I totally just got the... I got the dive glitch again. Can I jump for a second? Okay, there we go. I don't know why, but I keep getting the dive glitch there where I cannot press either the dive button or the ice hat button. And the only way that gets rid of it is if my feet leave the ground. So... I just had to make sure that I somehow just had my feet leave the ground there. Anyway, this is the first horn. Pressing the using the horn is the B button, so that's once again not an A press. So we use the horn here, and then go back down. Didn't even touch the ground. Next up, we have one more of these islands, sort of like, yeah, you would call them islands, even though there's no water around them. So we have one more island, and then we have the birdhouse itself. The birdhouse itself is surprisingly straightforward, believe it or not, even though there's another horn on the birdhouse. So now we go left, where we have this. This is probably the main part of this entire thing. But like I said, the birdhouse is very straightforward, but this is not quite as straightforward. Okay, it's called Yellow Band Hills because the Destructibles have yellow bands around them, in case you haven't noticed. No. Really a bit finicky. Need to get some really high dive here, good. Good. The jump looks really far, but it totally works out. Now, she actually aims up here for us, which is really good. We don't actually need to do anything special there. Auto aim works. Now this is the part where it gets interesting, because we need to break all of these boxes without pressing the A button, of course. So first off, we're going to go over here, we're going to break this. Now you can actually break this one from here. But even if we couldn't do that, we would still be able to finish. However, now we kind of... Okay, didn't do it. I need to land on top of the, one of those two beams, which is not actually that simple, because they're very thin and you don't actually get to see... You don't get a good camera for this. Okay, we got it. Okay, that doesn't matter too much. Just need to go back up now. And this, the cool thing part about this island is that after you've destroyed all the boxes, it's just straightforward movement, nothing too special. Also, I think I need to mention this. When I'm doing this, I'm not pressing the A button, I'm using the ice hat. I'm using the ice hat to do this. Like, if you press the ice hat just for a little bit, you jump like that. Because I've had someone go to one of my videos and say like, dislike, I saw you jump. And then I told him like, no, it's the ice hat. You press the A button, you're like, but I saw you jump. Whatever. I even said like, yeah, but I put my inputs on screen and you can do it yourself. He was like, I don't trust the inputs, you're lying. Of course, with a lot of grammatical errors in there, of course. But yeah, whatever. That doesn't really matter to me at all. Gotta deal with these people somehow. It's only one person. So also, we have the fucking ice hat, guys. Turns out, the eggs are actually the easiest enemy in the entire game, because it just takes one button press and they kill themselves. You don't even need timing, you don't need to aim. You press a button once and they kill themselves. They're actually the easiest enemy in the entire game, believe it or not. And that guy always hits you if you do it this way, because he actually hits you while you're in the animation for grabbing the ledge. You don't actually get to do an input before he hits you. Unless you are able to press the A button, which I'm not. So instead, I just do it the second time. It's okay, if he just hits me once, no problem. There we go, always need to hit the ledge. That's actually one place where we need to blow another horn in order to continue, but that's no problem at all. Oh, I almost didn't press the button. Almost fell off. And he wanted to seal the deal. Oh, these enemies can also just whack him, like while running towards them. You don't worry about timing. Just spam that button while they're running around. Oh no, another one of these enemies. Whatever will I do? Oh, he doesn't even come towards me or whatever then. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. How are they so difficult to deal with? I said this earlier, but the ice hat is actually the most powerful, most versatile, most mighty hat in the entire game. It's just that most of the uses that it has, people aren't aware of. So obviously one of the uses is to jump in a no A button run. Another one is to turn yourself invincible, which a lot of people also don't realize that you can make yourself invincible to most things. Like, not against fire or the mafia that are... Oh, it didn't explode. They do actually have friendly fire. Or the mafia that turn red. It doesn't protect against red mafia. But apart from against red mafia and against fire, it protects against almost anything. I actually don't remember anything off the top of my head that it doesn't protect you against, but at least it protects you against what I just mentioned. It doesn't protect you what I just mentioned. Yep. It does not protect you against what I just mentioned, but it might also protect you against a few other things. I'm not actually quite certain on that. Anyway, another thing is, well, of course, the ice platforms. Everyone knows about the ice platforms. Also, you can bounce enemies into the air by using the stomp, because it does kind of work like a stomp. Like, as you saw sometimes with the eggs, if I get close enough to them and use the ice set, they get like thrown into the air, which is cool. Let's try the stomp again. This stomp is actually very, very tight. There we go. Just barely works. Up here, once again, this also just barely works. Okay, so you have the ice platforms you can use. This is the horn, by the way. This horn activates the path over in front of me, which I'm gonna go towards right now. Another thing that the ice hat actually does is it protects you against getting detected by things like crows and owls and cameras. You cannot get detected in the ice hat because they go like, oh, it's just a statue. It's just a statue, and then they just walk past. They don't say that, but I assume that's what they think. So between invincibility, the ice platforms, the stomp, not getting detected, there's so many cool things, and the jump, of course. There's so many cool things the ice set does for you. And most players only know about the ice platform stuff, which I think is a little bit sad, because like I said, this hat is absolutely amazing actually. So yeah, that was that. 0 A presses. Don't wake up the bird. Oh, woohoo, I clicked the birdhouse. Who cares? It says A right there, but I'm just gonna press B. Oh my god. Am I a renegade or what?